Oh, I can't believe it. I finally got here. There was a bunch of traffic. Marcy, what's going on over here? Let's see. I wonder if I can find my name tag. Oh, here we go. I got my name tag. So let's go inside and find out what's happening. This is really exciting. This is the only thing that is going on for the green industry, and it's really kind of cool. So you're going to enjoy this because there's people, there's things that are going on. It's so exciting. Okay, here we go over here. Wow. I hope I'm not late. I just hope I'm not late. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18th annual Green Industry Hall of Fame induction ceremonies.
Our first inductee for this evening is Bill Burchell. Bill attended Modesto Junior College, Fresno State, and UC Davis. In 1956, he was drafted and served 2 years in the Army in Germany. Returning home, he graduated from UC Davis in pomology, married Edith Kellogg, and put down roots in Modesto, where he started his family. Bill has seen Burchell Nursery grow and develop to 200 acres in Oakdale and extended to Fresno with a branch office on 100 acres. They have cooperated with the fruit and nut industries in Chile, Australia, New Zealand, Spain, and France. Bill's son Tom is now taking the nursery into the next generation of quality fruit and nut trees, along with his son Jake. The nursery celebrated its 80th anniversary last year, and with the fourth generation, Jake Burchell, joining to learn the business. Bill is confident that his father's philosophy to plant good trees on good land, take care of them, and they will take care of you, will be passed down to continue servicing the green industry for years to come. Bill Burchell.
You're going to have to explain something to me. When I got inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame, nobody clapped. When you get inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame, you get a standing ovation. How did you do that?
Times have changed.
And I would imagine that you have seen a lot of changes in the world that you live in from the time that you started to now. What are a couple of the things that really come to mind that really changed?
You don't know what you opened up when you make that comment, because I've been around long enough that I could go on for 2 hours with the changes in the industry. But it goes back from the green industry. I think of irrigation. We started with flood irrigation back in the 1940s to bring in crops, well, back in the turn of the century. And then it went, for our operation, we had flood irrigation, and then we had furrow irrigation. Then we had big overhead sprinklers. And then we went to mini sprinklers, and now we've gone to drip system, and now we're going to underground drip. So a lot of advances in the irrigation system and conserving water which we find hard to come by.
So is everything that you grow field grown?
We primarily grow field grown, a deciduous fruit and nut tree nursery.
Okay, I got to tell you, with all that irrigation you're talking about, just make my head go spinning like this. So you're right, that is a lot of stuff that was going on.
It has been, and it's been great to reflect on the experience I've had watching that. I can look back and realize I didn't realize at the time. We did what we think was right at the time, but looking back, a lot of improvements have been made, and what's the future going to be? That is unknown.
And definitely, well, I really appreciate the fact that you're here and you're able to share it with us and be a part of the green industry. Congratulations to you, and thank you for coming out.
Thank you very much, and have a piece of our product, a snack of almonds. Enjoy them.
Yes. Oh, man, you talk. All right, we'll see you later.
Our next inductee is Kurt Drum. Kurt attended St. Olaf College and graduated from the University of Wisconsin with a double major in business and horticulture. These two majors influenced his entire career. His first job was a traveling salesman for Vaughn Seed. But it was in 1968 when he and his brother John formed the Drom Company to produce garden and greenhouse watering products. The business had formerly been maintained by their mother, Perdita, who operated out of her basement. In his early years, Kurt was laughingly called Warts. In college, he was known as Flower Pot. In recent years, it was Aga, a name the grandchildren lovingly called him. His zest for life was contagious, and he always talked about stories of the characters he met at trade shows with growers in the New Orleans area, always looked for familiar faces, and was happy to meet new ones. The Lord called Kurt Williams Drom home on May 16, 2023. The entire Drom family is humbled and honored for the distinction of being inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame.
So, congratulations on your father's behalf.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet evening.
Yes, it is. And the sad part about it is that I personally knew your pop, and I knew what a great guy he was. So photogenic, too. You guys have such
I like to hear that.
And he always hammed it up for the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, every picture I took with him, he definitely was hamming it up. He always had a smile from ear to ear over there. What does this award mean to you folks?
It means everything to us because he just loved being amongst all of you in the horticultural industry. And as I said in there, it elevated him. It was so meaningful, and he instilled that love and that appreciation of the environment and of what nature gives us into us, and we will carry on.
Yeah, he had two passions, the business and the family.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. I mean, to see how many, I was actually at their place once. And if you don't have the last name Dram, there's something wrong. Talk about fostering that family business and that family ethic. That is so cool.
You can't help but do that just from knowing my grandmother and my father. As Hans said, he had these two loves. Every time we were around him or we were together, he had a way of weaving it into whatever we were doing, but it was natural too. So I think it just is, or it isn't, and it is.
Well, for the record, I've known you guys for a long time, and I think both of you are pretty cuddly. So you guys got some big shoes to fill, and so far it's been going wonderfully, hasn't it?
We're doing our best.
Yeah.
Well, we have
So it's a stepwise progression, but we're focused on the business. But what's behind the business, not a business for a business. It's supporting this industry and bringing the best products we can to it.
And having the best team around us and having them know too. And people who weren't gardeners have become gardeners who work within us, and the team we have is pretty fortunate. So
That's one of the best lessons from our fathers, to just have a wonderful team.
Well, you guys are wonderful people. Like I said, I've met your family. I know your kids. It's just really awesome. Thank you very much. It was a long travel for you guys to get here, and congratulations.
thank you. And may I just say on my mother's behalf, she really wanted to be here. It was just too hard emotionally. So she thanks you from the bottom of her heart and the committee, because she knows how this would have meant the world to him. So thank you.
Well, make sure you give her our love back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Our next inductee is Valerie Milano. Originally from Montana and from a long-time farming and ranching extended family, Valerie started her collegiate education at Montana State University in Bozeman, Montana. She received a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science, 1982, and while as a student, she needed a job. The highest paying job on campus was in the plant pathology department, and it was there that she realized that plants are where it's at. She worked in that position all 4 years of her undergraduate education and followed up with a Master of Science degree in plant pathology from Montana State. She recently, back in 2022, stepped down as chair and officially retired from Cal Poly Pomona, but she has continued to teach plant pathology and mentor graduate students at Cal Poly since then as an emeritus faculty member. Her and her husband Mike, who is the CEO of Milano and Company, have 4 wonderful kids and almost 5 grandkids, and a small growing operation of their own. They recently added an expanding vineyard to their growing operation and have successfully bottled their first decent vintage. Valerie.
Well, I've been out here, and you were in there, and it sounded like you guys were whooping it up pretty good.
Oh, it was great fun. So I have to say that running the program at Cal Poly Pomona was so much more than I expected when I took the position. It is full of students with enthusiasm and a lot of need, and so many people in this room or in that room were extremely good about supporting the students through scholarships and internships and jobs and opportunities, and helping us to travel to competitions and that sort of thing. And they just can't do it without the help. And it was a very big effort for us to generate that kind of support so that they could have more opportunities.
So throughout the years, you've seen a lot of young people come through the programs, and does the interest go up and down, or does it stay level, or does it climb?
So it has been steadily climbing. We had a goal when I started to increase the student numbers. We had about 91 students when I started in 2012, and now we have about 240, which is a really large increase. The more opportunities we provide, the more the students will come to the department. And some students will take a class and then they'll say, wow, this is a really cool curriculum and I think this is great. And we say, yeah, we can pretty much guarantee you a job when you're done. We really generate a lot of interest that way. So yes, it's grown tremendously.
So do you have enough chairs for something like that, or do people have to sit in each other's laps?
Well, we just had to have a lot more sections of our classes because we filled the rooms. But yeah, it's grown quite a bit. And we've added a lot of faculty. We've added 6 new faculty members and all of that. So it's been really a good success. I have to give a tremendous amount of credit to the other faculty in the department. They have been really enthusiastic about it and really worked extra time to make it happen.
Well, as a former teacher myself, I appreciate everything that you've put into what you've done, and especially working with multiple personalities, and those are just yours, right?
Sometimes, yes, absolutely.
Because I know how difficult that could be. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to receive this award. It's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Our next inductee is Lawrence Oakey. Lauren was born in Sacramento, California, to George and Joan Oakey, while his father led Oakey Nursery, which was founded by his grandfather. Of course, he grew up on the nursery and began working there during the summers while in junior high school. He obtained a Bachelor of Science Ornamental Horticulture in 1974 from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and a Master of Science in Botany and Plant Science in 1976 from UC Riverside, studying plant tissue culture under Dr. Toshio Murashige. He returned to work at Oakey Nursery. After the nursery closed, he consulted with best friend John Kabashima. He then took employment at UC Davis in the Environmental Horticulture Department as a postgraduate researcher under Dr. Heener Lath, studying the use of soil moisture sensors to manage irrigation of greenhouse crops. Lauren and Cynthia Nakamura will be celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary in 2024. Cindy is daughter of Frank Ashahi Nakamura of Blue Hills Nursery in Whittier, and there's a story there too. Lauren Oakey.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So what does this mean to you, being inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame?
It's really special. The past inductees, the current inductees, to be considered in the same breath with them, it's really an honor. I've known Bill Burchell in the nursery business for probably 40 years. He and my dad were good friends in the nursery business. Yeah. Other inductees, John Kabashima is one of my best friend in the world.
Oh, nice.
Dave Fugino, I work with closely at the University of California. He's a really good friend of mine. Val Milano, we work with a lot.
So did any of these people pay you to say this right now, or you really mean it?
We'll get the deposit check later on that.
So what kind of changes have you seen in the industry?
A lot of well, of course, a lot of regulations are in California, but a lot of technology, a lot of thinking at a different level rather than just being, hands in the dirt and working with experience. My experiences in the nursery, because the way I got to the University of California is working with the extension system at UC Davis, especially because they were close in Sacramento. But working with academics who had that other knowledge that growers didn't have, and trying to implement how that knowledge into practice was something that got me into the university. So that's a change that I think there's a high reliance on technology and knowledge that we hadn't had in the past, rather than just experience.
Yeah, back in the olden days, we used to have metal cans and wondered how come we got sick because we cut ourselves on them.
Yep. That was one of my jobs in junior high school
Is that right?
is
Cutting cans?
stripping the cans, throw them in the painting machine, punching the holes. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, congratulations on being inducted to the Green Industry Hall of Fame. We appreciate you coming out here, and again, thank you for being out with us today. Really appreciate that.
It really truly is an honor. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Our next inductee is Pamela Galera. Pam is currently the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Community Services in the City of Riverside. Pamela is a licensed landscape architect and received her undergraduate degree from Cal Poly Pomona and a master's in public administration from Cal State Fullerton. Pamela began her career in the private sector and was employed by the Orange County Transportation Authority, City of Orange, and most recently served as the City of Anaheim's park manager. Pamela has participated in several efforts on homelessness, and under her leadership, parks have been returned to the uses that they were intended for, including sports and recreational activities by families and seniors. Pamela managed the funding and implementation of a system of trails and parks in the City of Orange on the Santiago Creek and in Anaheim on the Santa Ana River. Pamela is now working on putting the river back in Riverside with economic development opportunities that would create an urban interface with a network of natural habitats, art installation, parks, bike paths, and trails in Riverside. Pamela Galera.
I'm kind of afraid to talk to you because the last time I went like this, you took my microphone and all ran with it.
Well, I thought it was a gift. You seem like a very generous type of guy. So
Yeah, but we have two other people to talk to.
okay. I mean, I'm not gonna take it home.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You just have this exuberance about you, and
Thank you.
and it sounded like there was like a rock concert going on there afterwards. I don't know what you said, but I'm going to find out later. That's for sure. How does it make you feel to be inducted?
I'm just so honored. I really am. I have a little different career path than a lot of my colleagues. I work in city government. I am a bureaucrat. I'm proud to be a bureaucrat. And so I'm just so pleased to be honored and recognized.
Oh, that's really nice. So what are some of the challenges that you see working in an institution like that?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even begin to tell you. But working in the green industry, some really big challenges with a tree canopy, with our urban forest, especially in the city of Riverside. How to address our urban forest. We are stewards of 3,000 acres of parkland.
Wow.
A lot of it is unirrigated, and so how to really be a steward of that land.
Keeping the trees alive, keeping the plants alive, and all under the banner of what? A drought?
Yeah, yes, and a perpetual drought. I mean, that's where we live.
And it doesn't help that Riverside was average, 4,000 degrees?
Something like that. Yes, but trees are so important to Riverside, and our parks are so important to Riverside. And we have beautiful trails with amazing vistas, hiking, and so it's really our responsibility to make those beautiful for the community. It's really about quality of life. The landscape is so important on its own accord, but it's also about the people and about quality of life and providing a great environment for families.
Well, anybody that's working with you, I can tell you've got this infectious personality, and the trees just smile when you walk by.
I hope.
Well, congratulations to you, and thank you very much for visiting with us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Very good.
Pleasure.
Our last inductee this evening is Mike Garcia. After graduating with his degree in environmental horticulture, Mike founded Enviroscape LA, a full-service landscape, construction, and tree service company. Under Mike's leadership, Enviroscape went on to earn over 100 landscape and pond awards at the local, state, national, and international levels. Mike's work has been featured in numerous magazines, newspapers, and television programs such as HGTV and A&E channels Fix This Yard. The LA Times recently ran a full-page article on Enviroscape, contributions on the advancement of rainwater harvesting, coupled with beauty in the landscape. ABC's Eyewitness News did a feature a few months ago on Mike's contribution to the Miracosta Garden Club. Mike has served as a judge for the CLCA, California Landscape Contractors Association, to pick award-winning landscapes for the annual landscape competition. Mike has also served as a judge for the most notable ponds for Ponds Magazine. Mike's current mission is to teach youth there is no backup, no planet, there is no plan B for humanity. In his spare time, Mike loves to run marathons. He's just completed over 50 marathons. Mike Garcia.
So, being that you are a landscape contractor, not just any kind of landscape contractor, you have a specialty, and it's like something from in the future that you encourage people to do.
Yeah, I just love to talk about native gardens because I really, with my heart, believe that this is how we're going to make the biggest difference for humanity in the future. And pollinators, without pollinators, there's no people. And so pollinators only will reproduce on native plants. And so I'm really big on getting the native plants in there.
And on top of that, I know that you're also one of these people who I admire for your water thriftiness as far as collecting water, and the way you do it is insane to me.
Okay. Yeah, we're actually converting swimming pools into rainwater harvesting systems. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
LA Times had a big one-page article on it not too long ago, and it's a great idea. If we don't conserve water, well, first of all, the reason we should conserve water is because it's free and it doesn't have all the chemicals that run through pipes. It's like fertilizer water for your plants. It's fabulous.
So like I like to tell people, it's not about not using water, it's about strategically placing it. And this guy right here has a pulse on that kind of stuff. So that aside, how does it feel to be inducted into the Green Industry Hall of Fame?
Oh, it is the greatest honor. As I mentioned before, I've had my company has won numerous awards for best landscapes of California and of Los Angeles, but by far this is the most meaningful award because it's about making a difference.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming out. Thank you for accepting the award. That's definitely for sure, and much more success in the future.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so one of the things that I've been doing while everybody's goofing around is I've been drinking all the water, I've been breaking all the water, I've been drinking all the tea, and the lemonade is absolutely amazing. All right, so John, how much did you guys end up buying?
So far, 175. That's just so far.
That's just so far, huh? You're hoping for a little bit more?
Well, who knows?
You never know. Did you enjoy yourself out here this year?
Oh yes, absolutely. Every year.
Every year you're out here and you're helping. You're not even on the board or anything. You're always helping us out.
No, just alongside, supporting Margot.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well, thanks a lot for coming out. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, let's listen if they call your name.
Yes, there's another one.
Right there.
Another one.
Boy, Margaret starts breaking, and she remembers signing it.
So what are you guys doing?
We're board members, and we're trying to raise money for the Green Industry Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's got a big one over here. What's
Dodger game.
Dodger game. I love that.
you love Dodgers?
I love the Dodgers.
Okay.
Heck of a deal.
I mean, they're not the Angels, but you know,
I know.
I'm saying Tobias. I'm not quite sure. What do you think?
looks good to me.
Tobias.
Tobias? Tobias? Does that ring a bell?
All right. Well, Tobias got the bid.
Okay.
Green Industry Hall of Fame.